what is the digital strategy of the government? I mean, your leader has been in power for quite some time now. Has he had any time to, apart from his tours abroad, has he got any time to work out an IT strategy for the country?
Peter, I was in Korea a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, don't take me seriously. That's how you and
I know. No, I'm just, I was for the socio conference, the IT conference there. But IT minister asked me, when I told him that I'm from Sri Lanka.
By the way, who is our IT minister?
Our president.
Yes. The president?
Yeah. And Kanaka Hirath is the state minister. So the first question he asked me, all right, your president is doing good and he's very interested in IT or digitalization. That's the first question asked. So then I think the president's vision is there, but he need a team. He need a proper institution. That's why he abolished the ICT last budget. So they want to form some very strong entity, as you mentioned, to make policies and all. But so that will happen, I think, down the road. I don't know when. But my thing is he's having given more priority for the economy and the other things than IT. I think, IT also in his one of the priorities. That's what I think SLASCOM, FITIs, so they are driving the force. So they have a target for $15 billion by 2030 for...
No, that is all nonsense, no. Because I
so
mean...
That's yes.
No, I'm serious, because you see this SLASCOM and all of us, anyway, that's a different discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, we just throw numbers, but we don't look at the progress we have made. We just take from 1 to 3 to 5 to 10, 15, 20. But you have to say where you are.
Yeah.
And can we maintain that run rate?
No,
so anyway, I don't think we need to get into that discussion because I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but continue, please.
But at least some aim we have. There's some to go 15 or 5 or 10 billion, but it's... Anyway, the government direction is very clear. So government wanted to move forward with the entire government digitalization process and that part, but I don't know the team. So that is another problem. In future. I think if you get a good team and good institution to transform, I think it will be happening very soon.
Okay. Till what time are we going on? 8 o'clock, right? Yeah, so I think we are almost done. Yeah. So before that one question that you wanted to answer, and I said I'll come back to you. Are we training people to be, I'm coming to you. I want to come last to you because in the base of this, I want to, on the basis of this, what kind of people do we need for the IT? And are our universities, schools, or even the institutions that you run, Kithsiri, are we looking at those kinds of skills, data, the power of data, how to use data and AI and all of that, or are we still teaching them traditional stuff that's then not going to help produce the next generation of CIOs?
Yes, that's what I want to tell earlier also. Still we are teaching yesterday's technology, not even today's, right? We have to start teaching tomorrow's technology. Yeah. That is even for the private institution to government institution. I'm talking about the private universities, government institutes, state-owned, non-state universities, all. Because the commercially viable courses are yesterday's one, not today's and tomorrow's. And that is another problem. So that is, I think industry we have to get together. And I don't know, you have to form some sort of a very strong things to these educational institute, even the universities, to teach the tomorrow's technology or the today or at least today's tomorrow technology rather than, because the thing is commercially still, I can remember, if you get the name of the institute, hundreds and hundreds of students are coming to learn that, whatever so-called yesterday's technology. But that's a money maker, cash cow for them. I mean, that they need to run a private institute also. I mean, that is, you have to there. But again, the private institutions, private universities, government universities, but I have not seen R&D units are setting up. So normally all the other countries, universities, R&D units are in universities, but our local, I don't see any.
That's because also they're not spending enough on education.
Yeah, exactly.
They should spend 6%, 2%.
Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, more to at least to some extent they have, but others, that's why, I mean, now the government has invited all the foreign universities to come here and set up all this. I don't know, that will take longer time. But my feeling is, if as an industry can lobbying to those training institutions, government, private, all together to get the new technology, today's or tomorrow's technology in their institution. I think we can bit of at least some sort of way forward.
Thank you. Before I come to, I've got a bunch of questions from you, Nirodha, but before I come to that, there's one topic that we all wanted to talk about, and that is security. Because with all these, change happening, with the, end-user computing becoming more and more informative and all of that, how good are we? How well are we doing in terms of security in all of these companies, including the banks? Because my own feeling is that with so much vulnerability in the end user, because that's where the malicious attacks are taking place from the end user point is a vulnerability. Overall, are we satisfied with the level of attention that the boards and companies are paying to security? If anyone can give each of you, or even can give quick, short answers, then I'll go to Nirodha and we can then ask each of you to give your final thoughts.
I will go very quickly, Peter, on this topic. I know that there is a lot of buzzwords and as well as drive for security from a cyber security perspective, as well as driving security from an external attacks as well as internal attacks perspective. But I don't see, Peter, that enough emphasis is on protecting data in the long run to sustain a business.
Yep.
If I elaborate a little bit more, it is not, I'm not talking about backup. I'm speaking about vaulting, protecting your own data, responding to a ransom situation, responding to a disaster. The policy making as well as establishing the right process, skills and technology within the organization is the last bit of the mile. Oh, we do the IT project, we build the data center, we do everything.
We do all the compliance, right?
Yeah. It is more on a compliance and audit-driven exercise rather than the organization sits back, the director board sits back and see, are we really protected? Is everything protected? Have we counted everything? Or are they taking a judgment? Because Peter, like in business, we have to take judgments.
Yeah.
Okay, we are protecting up to this only. The beyond we are not protecting. That's a business judgment. We will protect that when we go to this level.
Right.
That policy is not written.
That's right. That's
the
right.
pressure is on the IT department.
Yeah.
When something happens, it's on the IT department. So that piece is missing, Peter.
Asela, do you want to have a quick word on that? Very short, quick, key point.
Short answer is no.
Yeah, I get it. But what's your quick advice to? I mean, what is the fundamental thing that they must be looking at?
See, unfortunately, Peter, security is a subset of IT.
Yep.
Security investment goes as a subset of the IT budget. It is not viewed as an organization-wide, company-wide investment.
Great point. Great point.
And unless you look at it that way, how much money do you invest on branding?
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
Because that branding is important to you. If something happens and the customer loses trust with you in terms of a ransomware incident or anything
That
like
trust
that,
you were talking about,
how much brand equity will you lose?
Yeah.
That is not how the boards see it.
Well, actually, in Sri Lanka, you don't, isn't it? Because, we have had situations where banks have given customer information out and business went on as usual. So, anyway, thank you.